Let's do a leadership breakdown on JD Vance, the new vice president nominee for Donald Trump. And this is a different perspective than most because I'm not trying to get on either side of the political aisle or go through and throw mud at somebody. I want to look at an analysis of his leadership style or what we can expect out of him as a potential leader of this country. So if you don't know his background, he comes from a steel mill town. He was definitely on the edge of poverty, a generally poor area of town. He had family members and parents that struggled with addiction, and he had a lot of influence from the grandparents in his life, most specifically his grandmother. They even made a movie about his life growing up. Hillbilly Elegy is the book that was turned into an ultimate movie. And the nice thing is that we can look at a couple of just high level things with JD Vance and understand that he's going to be a man of charisma, a bold character. He's going to put his feet in solid ground and be able to stand for what he believes to be right. And here's how I know. He can also objectively look at a situation. He is now serving as the vice presidential nominee for Donald Trump, a man he used to oppose. A man he used to even claim as a never Trumper is now running alongside him. So looking at that, he can be a man that either is looking for just plain old opportunity, which based on his past, I don't think that's just what he's doing. But he's also a man that can be open to, hey, I didn't know all the information. I didn't have all the facts. There's something new and different that I need to learn. And he is objective enough to open his mind and his eyes to say, oh, I need to change my opinion. It's a rare, rare quality in a lot of humans. There's just so much pride and ego that ever prevents people from making a decision of that choice. He also had two ways he could go in life, just like we all do, but sometimes there are more pressures one way or the other. He had a very tough upbringing, and a lot of people in situations like that stay trapped in that style of upbringing. They stay trapped, they follow the model of their parents or the negative influences in their life, but he chose to follow that one positive influence of his grandmother. And that brings me to a little bit of another leadership point. Are you actively seeking out to be that one person in the life of another that is that glimmer of hope, that is going to instill that discipline, is going to challenge them to be their best version of themselves? If you are not doing that really overtly and on purpose with some people, maybe your own children or maybe people in your lives that are your mentees or your students or your athletes or whatever that may be, you should really be seeking to say, hey, I want to be the person of influence in their life. And he was able to grab a hold of that person and become something far greater than probably what he ever imagined. So in doing this, he is also going to step into a role Donald Trump was just shot at, not days ago, and now he's the vice presidential nominee standing alongside a man who has bullets being fired his way. He's literally putting himself in the potential bullseye to have harm to his family, to be smeared, and it's already started the terrible, terrible attacks on his character, his personality, his family, his hometown, his history. People are really going to tear him up, and he is not afraid. So he's a man of courage. He is a man of objective reasonableness. He is a man who's also able to stand ground on what he does hold to be true and right, like his value system and his voting history and things like that. I think we're in for a pleasant surprise with this guy, and he is not going to back down. So I want you to do two things for me. I almost always give you two challenges. One, I want you to actually stay away from just the flattering yes men. Don't listen to the people that are just going to sing his endless praises. And certainly don't listen to people that are just going to attack him by default position. They're on the other side of the aisle, and they're just going to attack him by default. But find the truth that's in the middle. Look at the way he talks. Look at the way he interacts with people around him in the crowd, in his private life, the way he holds doors for people, or the way that he allows other people to be served through his resources. That's how you're going to find out who this guy is. Stay tuned for more leadership analysis. Multiple people, but today's hot topic was JD Vance, and we're going to be breaking down a lot more with this whole assassination attempt, this whole leadership response to the scenarios, and the people that are rising up in various situations. So again, summary of the video today, go out there and inspire somebody and be that one glimmer of hope for somebody that really needs it.